Razorbacks. We are coming down the home stretch of the regular season in the SEC. Just 5 matches to go for both Oklahoma and Arkansas, with each team jockeying for postseason position heading into tonight's showdown in Norman. Oklahoma's currently just 2 games out of that 8th spot in the SEC. And remember, teams 5 through 8 in the standings get a first-round bye in the All-State SEC tournament, while Arkansas is trying to go on a late-season run and improve their seeding before we hit the conference tourney. Alex Hoban, Shelby Coppage here with you. And Shelby, let's start with the Sooners. They have their superstar, Alexis Shelton, but she's surrounded by a talented young supporting cast.
Alex, that supporting cast for Shelton. The weight on everyone's shoulders right now is setter Avea Mega. This setter is not only a freshman, she started in a 5-1 and she is 17 years old. She started in the 6-2 rotation, but now she's playing all rotations on the floor. That means she can set from the front, she can dump. She's done a great job connecting with the pins, the outsides, the back row attack, and the middles. That's the hardest thing to connect with your setter because that timing is so hard to get to.
As for Arkansas, they've been relying on a pair of freshmen leading the way both offensively and defensively.
Arkansas head coach Jason Watson said for his freshman outside Parker Duncan, she's working on that 6th rotation player skill set, which means passing and digging. The offense is there. She has that confidence. From middle blocker Journey Peppers, she's adjusting to Arkansas now running a 6-2. That means different footwork with different setters. She's adjusting well, and she's definitely been a vocal leader on the court for the freshman.
As for what's at stake tonight, how about Oklahoma looking for their first home win against the Razorbacks since 2013, while Arkansas just looking for their first road win in general since October of 2024, which came against this very team, the Oklahoma Sooners, in this gym, a 4-set win against Aaron Mansfield and company. So here we go from McCaslin Fieldhouse, storied 97-year-old gym in Norman, Oklahoma, ready to get underway here late in the regular season of SEC play between the Sooners and the Razorbacks. And we are underway. Arkansas serving, but it will be Oklahoma with the first points of the night.
Oklahoma scoring, but also before that trying to get Arkansas out of system. That's a key for both of these teams, who can get each other off their feet in that first touch.
The Sooners led by Aaron Mansfield in his 3rd season last year. Took him to the NCAA tournament and won a match there for the first time since 2013. But his squad, with the service error, were even at 1. Razorbacks 5 wins on the year. Parker Duncan, star freshman out of Austin, Texas, with the serve. And that one missing wide off the hand of KJ Burgess. Jason Watson in his 10th season, 154 career victories, in charge of the Razorbacks. Just 2 years removed from making a regional final for the first time in program history. Oklahoma off the block, tremendous dig on the back end, and that leads to an Arkansas point. Razorbacks up by 2.
Nice spot by Lauren Dean. Was a little surprised Alexis Shelton didn't get on the ground. I don't expect her to let a ball pass by her like that again in the middle back.
Oklahoma 12-8 on the year, 4-6 in SEC play. Been very good in this gym all season. That one off the Sooners block, and the Razorbacks on a roll early.
Nice tip by Arkansas, and one of the keys to the match is not only finding those scores, rotation awareness. When you're a 6-2 rotation, you got to make sure you know where your setter is. The setter needs to know what hitters are available and when, and commit blocking. Jason Watson said that's what we worked on all week. Our eyes, our feet, who to take away in this Oklahoma match.
Sooners respond by tooling the block. KJ Burgess, junior middle, having a breakout year. Former transfer from Utah serving, but another service error by the Sooners early. Sooners very big on aggressive serving. We have seen them already surpass their ace total from a year ago. But at times the service errors have exceeded what Aaron Mansfield is looking for. But now the Sooners starting to respond. Nice dig by Avery Callum, redshirt junior out of McKinney, Texas. Flying in on the attack, the ever-dangerous Alexis Shelton, the All-American.
This kill had to happen because Arkansas gave Oklahoma a free ball. That's a free point. I like how Shelton set up going through the middle on this big attack. You can see no sets hands are wide up against her.
Shelton on the National Player of the Year watch list. Going to work early. That is already the third service error of the opening moments of this match for Oklahoma.
And none for Arkansas so far.
Yep, serving for the Razorbacks. We'll see what Lakin Laurendine does. Sophomore transfer out of Auburn. That one wide.
That serve right
Shelton.
there. Alex, we like aces in volleyball, but if you can just get a hard first touch, it completely gets the opponent out of system. You saw how OU had a bad serve receive. That led to Shelton's error.
Razorbacks doubling up the Sooners early. Here is Shelton. That one is in Shelton. The Sooners all-time leader in kills in the rally scoring era, more than 1,400. Adds another.
And a reason that she is one of the best from OU is because she can get her team out of sticky situations. She had that error. Her team got another bad pass, and she still made production out of it with the line tip.
Sydney Thompson serving. There is Peppers, but that one misses the mark. Callum. Shelton, another attack. The dig by Avery Callum. And blasted off the block. Pushed over the block by Camille Gibson, who has been red hot as of late. Arkansas wide there. The Sooners make it a 9-6 opening set.
Error for Duncan, but you have to like the aggressiveness. Left of your screen, look at where her shoulders are facing. Excuse me, right. She's facing the crowd. You think she's going cross, then at the last second, she tips it to the right.
The Sooners trying to snap a 5-match slide. They've played a number of ranked teams tough. Texas, Texas A&M, Florida. They've led late in a number of sets against those teams. Just have trouble finishing. Oklahoma block coming up big. Callum, heck of a dig.
Great coverage.
Yeah, she's been active early. Oklahoma, however, unable to put it away.
That was great coverage from the Arkansas side. Your hitters have to know that they have the green light to swing away, even test the OU block, because they know if they get blocked, you will get that ball back up for them.
Here is Kiki Remensberger, sophomore transfer, leading the team in aces and assists. Oklahoma has yet to score consecutive points. That one absolutely demolished by Imani Bush, the senior transfer from Washington.
Nice cut shot by Bush, putting this ball perfectly in that deep corner, really testing the middle back Lauren Dean to go forward in her base.
Bush 3 straight double-digit kill matches. The Oklahoma block showing up big. In conference play, Shelby, Oklahoma is #1 in the entire SEC in blocks percent.
We talked about this with Oklahoma in the match against Auburn, that's going to be a focal point for Oklahoma, especially leading into the All-State SEC tournament.
Shelton with the serve. Shelton one-handed. She does it all. And that one, another attack error on the Sooners.
OU hitting almost 100 right now. They still are able to come back right now, but their hitting percentage is
Oklahoma
not
challenged out there with a touch.
So we have our first challenge of the night issued by Aaron Mansfield and the Sooners. The original call was no touch. Oklahoma challenging that.
I didn't think I saw a touch. Clearly it's being called on the right side. But it's important to see if the ball spins after it crosses the plane. If it spins differently than hit, that means, yeah, the blocker probably clipped it a little bit. Top right, let's look at that look. See if it touches the hands. Okay, look at her left hand. Yeah, I'm gonna change my mind. I think there was definitely a touch in my opinion. That's why these different views are so important, Alex.
This looks courtesy of our SEC video review.
Upon further review, the call will be reversed. Point Oklahoma. They retain their challenge.
There we go. Aaron Mansfield, successful challenge as the call is reversed. And he still has both challenges in his pocket. So that would have been the fourth attack error on the Sooners to go with 3 service errors, but instead, point Oklahoma. Here is Alexis Shelton at the service line. She's really evolved into a great leader during her time in Oklahoma. Flying in to save the day was Avea Mega off the Arkansas block. And that time, Oklahoma unable to save it.
Thurman is deciding to go with the roll. The middle of the court in volleyball is always open. It's up to the wings to cut that ball off. Clearly, she saw the wings were not going to be able to run that down.
Romani Thurman, talented junior, Arkansas native at a Little Rock. But service error there. We're back to a 1-point opening set.
Shelton making that last second decision. Platform out. Nope, not touching that one. That one's going to fly right out.
Here is Whitney Wallace, sophomore out of California with 9 aces on the season. Aaron Mansfield likes to have his team present a diverse serving profile to his opponents, giving them a number of different looks. That one knocked over Shelton. A devastating attack by the Razorbacks and Lakin Laurendine.
This hit from Laurendine looking personal, clipping Shelton's shoulder, able to get out of the way from hitting her face, but Shelton's using her body as a shield. Oh no, she's not worried about it. She's ready for more.
Laurendine, sophomore who's second on the team in kills with more than 200. Oklahoma answers by tooling the block.
You gotta like Flack's energy after that kill. Oklahoma needs that right now. Who can be the X factor and bring that energy? You can see Arkansas set up 4 hands left of your screen, but the issue is where that ball went. Have to make sure your hands are pointed to the middle of the court.
Harper Hall, sophomore transfer from UC Santa Barbara, serving. They originally recruited her a few years ago out of high school and finally made her way to Norman, but the point goes to Arkansas.
Arkansas hitting great right now. They're sitting at a 333 clip, making sure everything is dropping in, or at least trying to actually hit the Sooners.
Laurendine so far 3 kills on 3 attacks. Here is Livia New, sophomore out of Texas. There's Laurendine again. One-handed save by Gibson. Hammered off the block and back on Oklahoma's side. Arkansas up by 3.
This was one of Jason Watson's keys to the match, making sure you are lined up with your hitter. Laurendine making sure she's waiting, she's tracking the ball, she's making sure that she's facing the middle. Look at this, almost an ISO block situation.
There is Gibson denied. Saved by Hall on the back end, and Oklahoma ends up with the point. The effort pays off for the Sooners. Harper Hall seen a lot of playing time in the first set. Both these teams playing with their lineups a bit over the last few matches, trying to get things straight, and here is Hall at the service line. Laurendine on the attack. It was Diani Frega with the dig. Shelton. Alexis Shelton comes through again for Oklahoma, back within one.
3 kills so far for Shelton. You can imagine Mega's going to try to find her more now that she's at the front row. She's their go-to out-of-system hitter as well.
Shelton 3 kills. Here is Alyssa Flack, freshman from Canada. One of 4 Canadian players on this team, and there is ace number 1 on the night for Oklahoma. Mentioned the Sooners have already surpassed their ace total from all of last season. But the announcer Jinx will send us to the break with Arkansas up by 1 early in Norman. Oklahoma 2 games out of the 8th spot, which could earn them a first-round bye. Arkansas currently in 16th, but only 1 game out of moving up a few spots to 12th. So still some seeding action to go on. Out of the break, Camille Gibson tying it up at 15. Gibson, the sophomore, is coming off her best week of the season. She has set a season high for kills in each of her last 2 matches. Sydney Thompson, meanwhile, the senior, trying to give her team the lead. That one off the hands of the defender in the back row. Arkansas has either led or been tied the entire first set so far, back up by 1. Olivia New with the kill. Callum. Here is Shelton. She just hangs up there forever.
Whenever OU is in trouble or they're tied, just keep giving the ball to Shelton until Arkansas can actually block her or dig her. It does not need to be a secret who the ball is going to.
She has been at her best in their biggest moments, not only this year, but throughout her career as well, tying it up at 16. Fights that one off. Off the Razorbacks block. Arkansas up 17-16. Sydney Maui, the freshman, in there.
Maui has one of the most unique approaches in the SEC. She looks like a softball player, how she winds up. She takes her arm all the way behind her head and just snaps her entire body.
6'1" freshman getting it done. A really young Arkansas team. 70% of their squad is made up of underclassmen, and they get the ace.
It's almost every team's game plan to serve the best outside, which right now is Shelton. You want to get in her head, get her out of system, just completely pick on her from the service line.
Kiki Remmensberger with her team leading 24th ace of the year. There's KJ Burgess, who leads all power conference players in hitting percentage and is top 5 in the nation, hitting .444 coming in tonight. But we have a challenge.
Arkansas is challenging that there was no touch on the previous play.
Gonna have to see this one because I thought there was a touch when I initially watched this. Again, has to be indisputable video evidence to overturn the call. Let's see right here. Oh, let's look again. I did it again. This is a good, oh. There might not have been a touch. This is a hard one, because it doesn't look like the ball spins awkwardly after it crosses the plane of the net. This is a good look. Okay, this look to me on the right.
Upon further review, the call is going to be reversed. The ball was out, point Arkansas, and they retain their challenge.
Both coaches successful, each with all their challenges remaining. The call is reversed, as Arkansas and Jason Watson successful on the challenge. So now instead of a 1-point set, Razorbacks suddenly up by 3. Both coaches with good eyes early in this one. Here's Mega. Shelton flying in to answer.
Look how low the set is from Mega. This forces Shelton to speed up her approach. Number 12 white jersey. Look how low the set is to number 12. And Arkansas has 0 time to set up a steady block.
Shelton just an electric player. You can sense that charisma and energy just flying off the screen. That one way too far, did not touch hands. Razorbacks up to 20.
Arkansas first in the red zone. That's that 20-point mark. It's more of a mental game at this point. Who can finish it first?
This is a really big opening set for the Razorbacks. All 5 wins this year have come when they took the first set. They are winless when dropping the opening set. 2018 as KJ Burgess heading to the service line. Blasted too far. Sooners back within 1.
It's close sets like this. You have to really practice on being efficient, not taking those errors. Coaches oftentimes practice drills like this.
Each team with 1 ace so far. Service error number 5 of the opening set for Oklahoma. Burgess getting a breather. It'll be Zoe Evans, the senior middle, one of the best blockers in program history, serving. Returns the favor.
Both teams trying to ace each other. They're going for it at the service line, but just need to be a little more efficient. Make that ball drop earlier so it doesn't fly out.
See what Harper Hall does. She had 5 aces in 1 match this year against Central Arkansas. And slammed home in the middle by Journey Peppers.
3-option pass leading to the offense, ran through the middle, Journey Peppers, and that's exactly what you want. Only 1 blocker from OU up against Peppers, leaving that net wide open for the left side.
Having a stellar freshman season, first-year player out of Hensley, Arkansas. Here is Shelton, just taps it over. Arkansas gets the point. Razorbacks getting closer and closer to taking the opening set. We'll be back from Norman. Hoops back in the 90s. Of course, his daughter Romani, junior opposite, playing for Arkansas's volleyball team. And by the way, Romani's brother, Scotty Thurman Jr., is a director of compliance at Arkansas. They have made the trek to Norman to watch this one. Arkansas up narrowly here in the opening set. 23-21. Can they hang on to take the opening set again? All their wins have come when they won the first set. Alyssa Flack, meanwhile, serving for the Sooners. Service error number 6. Set point on the way for the Razorbacks. It'll be Lakin Laurendine, the sophomore, has had a strong start to this match. Serving for the set. Dig by Laurendine, but the point goes to Oklahoma. Arkansas winless when dropping the first set. Still up by 2, set point number 2 for Arkansas, with Oklahoma serving. Thompson. And Arkansas takes the opening set, 25-22 in Norman.
Great kill by Journey Peppers. Going off the net, this freshman, one of the players to watch. Arkansas taking this first set in style in Norman, Oklahoma.
Freshman Journey Peppers, the star of the set so far, the opening set. Perfect, 4 kills on 4 attacks with the block to boot, Shelby.
In 0 errors, Peppers is making production happen even when she's off the net. That shows you that reach, that wingspan she has, and also that vision. That's something that Jason Watson said they've been working on, is their eyesight in the court this week, where to place it, and clearly she was listening.
See what she does for an encore here in set number 2. Taking a look at the stats from that first set. I mean, Arkansas hitting 381. The blocks even. A big difference too, the service errors, 6 by the Sooners and 2 by Arkansas. So now Oklahoma will have to climb out of a hole. And again, Arkansas looking to take down Aaron Mansfield's squad. The last Arkansas road victory, they're winless on the year. Last time they won on the road was against Aaron Mansfield and this Oklahoma squad last October of 2024. Won that one in 4. Jason Watson and his young team 0-7 on the road, but trying to change that. So far, so good. It'll be Oklahoma serving to begin set number 2 of Avea Mega, the 17-year-old freshman setter. 6 aces in her last 6 matches. Mega setting it up for Burgess, who finishes it off, and Oklahoma takes the first point of set number 2.
Mega making the good decision to run the offense through Burgess, because it was a free ball. It's a 3-option pass. You want to run the tempo through the middle.
Mega has set new career highs for assists in each of her last 2 matches. Again, just a true freshman. There is Bush on the attack. Didn't call her name too much late in that last set. There's Arkansas's first point of set number 2.
Thurman taking a little bit off. She looks like she's going for the full swing. The pause is right there. Right at contact, she stops her hand. That forces the ball to just drop right at the left back spot.
Gibson on the attack, but denied.
Gibson should have seen that Thurman and her middle were lined up perfectly. Either go around the block or over, but if you're going to go right into it, you want to make sure that your coverage is there for you.
Yeah, Scotty's got to love that. Romani actually spent her first year at North Carolina. Scotty Thurman said he was thrilled for her publicly, but deep down inside always wanted her to be a Razorback, and his dream finally came true. Monty Bush at the service line. She has had a great first year in a Sooners uniform after spending her first 3 years in the Pacific Northwest with Washington. There's that Sooners block that has been so good in conference play.
Arkansas started with great coverage, but couldn't weather the storm of the OU block. Started out right here with Shelton, but it was a nice coverage right here. But then that second block, Shelton over with the right side, a triple block put up against the Arkansas outside.
The 3rd block of the night for the Sooners. Arkansas just managing to save that and push it over Mega. There is Shelton off the block. Free ball for the Sooners. Great dig by Callum, but out of play. The point to Burgess and Oklahoma.
Oklahoma doing a better job at running that fast tempo offense through their middle. And that's all in Mega's hands. Again, the timing with the middle and setter is lasting to happen because of how hard it is.
KJ Burgess, one of the most efficient middles in the country. That one bobbled, batted around, somehow saved. Here come the Razorbacks. Lauren Dean denied, point Sooners.
Right when you think the ball is down, Oklahoma finds a way to not just keep it in play, but reset, get ready for the ball to come back and block it down.
Oklahoma has woken up here in the second set on a 4-0 run, up by 3. Laurendine. That touched hands, and the Sooners on a roll right now.
Gibson going right down the line for her 3rd kill, left to your screen, dropping that thumb, forcing that pinky high, and making that ball test right down the line.
5-0 run. Camille Gibson hit nearly 400 against Texas recently. 13 kills against Florida, but the Razorbacks come right back.
Smart play off Laurendine. She saw the block was set for OU. Wasn't scared. Let me go off these high hands, get that touch, make it impossible for the back row to get that dig up.
Laurendine and Peppers have been the stars so far for Arkansas. Smashed off the block by Burgess. Here's Alexis Shelton, and that was pinpoint accuracy by the senior.
Gotta love the point after with her hand by Shelton. Yeah, that ball went right down where I wanted it. Huge swing, cutting right to the left back spot. And look how pulled in she is. It's clear she's going to the left, but she's just too strong.
Got a team high 6 kills, hitting 364. They go back to the senior, and again, nearly the exact same spot.
Right when you think it's a bad set, this ball is way too tight, Shelton has to tip it. No, she goes in with that all-out swing. Again, her and Mega having the setter and hitter connection down perfectly.
And Oklahoma misses the mark there. Arkansas makes it 8-4. Before that point, the Sooners were hitting 500 in this set.
Arkansas relieved because they did not earn that point. That's another free ball that they put 20 feet in the air over the net. Oklahoma just completely throwing the point away.
Here is Livia New out of Salado, Texas. Nearly got the ace, and yes, she does, as it goes out of bounds. Second of the night for Arkansas.
Great serve by New. She's really stepped up after moving into that 6-2 with Kiki. Done great things for Jason Watson.
12 underclassmen on Watson's team. That one's spinning around back on OU side. Here is Shelton. The block was ready. Great job by Frege, keeping it alive, and Shelton finishes off the point.
When the rally extends, Oklahoma will probably get the point if you set it to Shelton. She's so good at getting her team out of trouble, out of long rallies, because she can find any way through the block, no matter how tight it is.
Looks like she's on a trampoline out there, always flying up for the kill. She's up to 7 on 13 attacks. And somehow Peppers using all that 6'4" frame and the reach to get the point. Journey Peppers 5 kills on 5 attacks. Great night for the freshman. Laurendine with the serve. Out of bounds, Arkansas within 2.
Arkansas is doing a good job at getting OU out of system, and right now Oklahoma is sending a lot of high balls to the outside. They keep going for the left back, something to keep an eye out for the left back to adjust their position.
It's a really interesting Oklahoma team, again, that has played teams like Texas, Texas A&M, Florida, ranked teams receiving votes, really tough, but struggled at times against unranked opponents. Again, they dropped the first set here at home, but now up by 3 in the second. Service error by Shelton. Aaron Mansfield, they spent the first 16 matches of the season playing in a 6-2, but he felt like that was a good enough sample size to realize, you know what, we want to move to a 5-1. That's what they've been playing for about the past 2 weeks as the point goes to Arkansas.
And right about the same time, OU head coach Aaron Mansfield moved from the 6-2 to the 5-1. Arkansas head coach Jason Watson moved from the 6-2 to the 5-1. So both teams just flip-flopping their style of offense.
And both teams, young teams, still trying to figure it out late in the regular season. Sent over by Imani Bush. Diving in to save the point, Fraga. She's done that a few times tonight. Oh my, what an attack by Arkansas and the freshman out of Austin, Texas, Parker Duncan. Again, the Razorbacks looking to win on the road for the first time in a year.
Parker Duncan, one of the freshmen to watch. Look how she went right through that split.
Tied at 10, but the Sooners momentarily regained the lead thanks to Imani Bush. Imani Bush has been a big addition from Washington. 16 double-digit kill matches on the season. There's Thompson. Off the OU block.
Arkansas saying there was a touch. Clearly that ball was tipped out, but able to clip the hands by Parker Duncan.
See if we have a challenge as it's tied at 11. Both coaches successful in challenges in the first set.
Duncan going down the line. Yep, great call. Imani Bush definitely touched that ball. Able to score through the triple block.
No challenge issued. Tied at 11. Rebensberger with the serve. And the Razorbacks lead by 1.
Arkansas looking a lot more relaxed. They're playing confidently. They're trusting each other. They're being a lot more cautious with the hitting around the block.
I mean, Oklahoma was really controlling play early on as they get the point there thanks to Imani Bush. They went on a 5-0 run at one point in the set, now tying it up at 12. Here is Avea Mega, captain at one point for the under-19 Canadian national team back in 2021. Really talented freshman, again, just 17 years old, leading this Sooners offense. Here's Imani Bush, the veteran, tooling the block.
Bush had such a great match on Auburn. She's so good at going with the hands of her opponents, scoring around the block. She's just really not intimidated by who's across the net in front of her.
She's up to 7 kills, great hitting percentage as well. And a nice defensive play. Miscommunication on Arkansas's end. They had the lead a moment ago. That has vanished. Oklahoma up by 2.
I like how Bush is laughing because she's probably thinking what I'm thinking. Just who could not mess up last? Free balls going on both sides of the net that play.
Their team ended up with the points, but here come the Razorbacks stopping a 3-0 OU run.
Great hit by Alexander. This middle blocker playing on the outside, only one blocker up against her, able to cut that and pull it in.
The first set was extremely close for almost the entire set. This one following suit. From the back row, the OU block was there. And we hit the timeout in Norman, set number 2. Sooners trying to respond, up by 2, 15-13.
Done with the World Series. He knows women's college volleyball is way better. Shout out to the Blue Jays, but he's ready for Norman, Oklahoma. Yeah, he's from Canada. But he loves his Canadians playing volleyball.
Now I'm wondering if that was the real Scotty Thurman that we saw earlier in the match. I don't know. See, out of the timeout, Sooners up by 2. There is Mega in the middle. Great dig by the Razorbacks and Rebensberger. Here's Alexis Shelton. Callum. Arkansas back to within 1.
Great hit for Arkansas to come out of the break like this, right side of your screen, beating out the triple block. Lauren Dean, again, not nervous whatsoever of those hands.
And Arkansas just playing really well right now. One of their better matches of the season so far. Shelton says enough of that talk.
Keep finding Shelton. 10 kills of the match for her. Only 2 errors. She will go off the hands in front of you. You have to make sure that back row will defend your blocker if they get the touch.
Her head coach, Aaron Mansfield, said, when I think of OU volleyball, I think of Alexis Shelton. Just a great representative of this program. Her work ethic and attitude over the years, but these teams just trading points back and forth right now. This time it was the freshman Journey Peppers for Arkansas.
You know good things are happening for a team when their freshman middle blocker has the second most kills. That shows you how on point your passing is, the center middle connection, and how confident the freshman is.
Peppers hasn't missed 6 kills on 6 attacks. Shelton off the block. Great hustle by the Razorbacks. Shelton gets the point.
Nice jam by Shelton. Arkansas middle back doing everything they can, cutting the ball off left to right, not going forward, but it was just that great of a corner shot.
The All-American senior starting to take over. Again, more than 1,400 kills in her career. She's already up to double digits tonight, 10 on 18 swings. Sliding over was Peppers. Flying in from the back row, Imani Bush with a devastating attack.
Best back row attack of the match. Bush making this look easy. Look how much space she takes up with her approach. She lands at the front row. That's giving her all the power in the world.
And timeout on the floor with the Sooners up by 3. Yeah, she can absolutely dominate a match. 22 kills earlier this year against Texas, 25 against Mizzou. And well on her way to another big performance this evening. 10th consecutive match with double-digit kills. Out of the timeout, it will be Harper Hall, the sophomore out of Texas, serving for the Sooners. And gets the ace.
Big point for OU. Only had 1 ace before that point. Their serving's been struggling. The bench is loving the ace as well.
Yeah, they had 7 service errors up to that point, but they now extend their lead to 4. Razorbacks somehow able to save it. Free ball for the Sooners. Dig by Callum. Sent. Can't even make it over the net. And right now, Arkansas scrambling. Rattled. The Sooners up by 5, and they're in the red zone. .40 OU run. And another ace by Harper Hall.
This is all momentum. Hall with another ace. Look at the bench. This team looks so much more relaxed than they did in that first set.
Again, it's an OU team that has flashed major potential, just trying to work on consistency. Peppers sends it down.
It's an easy thinking game plan to find Peppers, but what makes it hard is that first pass or the first touch has to be so on point with the setter, because the middle can't find your setter if the ball's out of system.
Lake and Laurendine serving.
Nice
Shelton. Yeah, Callum coming up big again. That one off of Bush, going the wrong way. Point Arkansas.
Arkansas fully earned that point from the digging, which was my personal favorite part of this play, from Shelton. This libero has her feet planted, making sure she's putting her platform to the setter. Great job by Callum.
Callum, who's only started the last 4 matches at libero. There she was again. Smashed by Sydney Maui, the freshman.
Sydney Maui not looking intimidated whatsoever, going for that all-out swing. And again, that softball player approach. Look at her arm, how it comes all the way back behind her head, how she snaps her entire body. She's a very unique and springy player.
So the Sooners forced to call timeout. Arkansas on a 3-0 run. Maui with 3 kills so far on the night. Freshman production.
Yeah, the points for Arkansas are in the freshman's hands right now. You saw Sydney Maui make production, but also Journey Peppers. This middle is leading her team with 7 kills, 0 errors. This team of young players is not scared of the pressure.
Right now, Arkansas out hitting Oklahoma on the night, 340 to 275. Currently on a 3-0 run. Laurendine getting ready to serve. Arkansas with a couple of aces on the night. Back to Shelton go the Sooners.
Shelton looked a little early on that approach, but she has that hang time when she needs it. It looks like she pauses in the air. Left of your screen, look at that time right there. She has that extra split second to decide where to put that ball down the line, even if she's a little early on her approach.
She's got the celebration down pat, too, with as many big plays over her career. She's had plenty of time to work on that. Up to 11 kills. Arkansas tools the block. Razorbacks trying to stay within striking distance here in the second set. Oklahoma trying to even up the match at 1 set apiece. Here's Avery Callum. Junior's made some nice defensive plays tonight. Bush just reaching for that one. Free ball for Oklahoma. Imani Bush off the block. Again, it's Bush on the attack. Callum was there. Pushed over by Bush. Epic point right here, and Arkansas gets the best of it. They have pulled within 2.
Best rally of the match so far. Hard hitting, great digging, the back row players absorbing those hits from each other, finally able to end it.
Callum back at the service line. Imani Bush. Oklahoma needed that one, trying to stop Arkansas from getting close to pulling even. Sooners by 3.
The 6-3 outside making this shot look easy. The ball is coming over her head. She's reaching as high as she can. It looks like she's going outside and tips right down the line.
It's a young Oklahoma team with the exception of Imani Bush and Alexis Shelton. 2 veteran players, 2 seniors who have a lot of postseason experience, a lot of experience in close matches as well. We know what Shelton's done tonight. As far as Imani Bush, she's up to 9 kills, hitting 500.
Yeah, Imani Bush, the most efficient hitter right now for Oklahoma. 9 kills and 0 errors, and she looks different every single shot. She has a tip right over the block. She has those deep cross shots, and even from the right side, she still scores. She's so springy. Her arm swing is scary. I would not want to be right in front of her. She can go line right when she wants to, makes it look deceptive. Great shots all around from this outside.
Former All-Big Ten performer, led Washington to the NCAA tournament each of the last 3 years. Big addition in the portal for Aaron Mansfield. 9 kills and 3 digs, and her squad trying to hang on here in the second set. Again, the All-State SEC tournament about 2.5 weeks away. Oklahoma in their 5th to last game of the year. Currently 2 games out of that 8th spot in which they could potentially earn a first-round bye. For Arkansas, they're in 16th place, but still could move up a number of spots before the regular season ends. Taking a look at the current SEC standings.
Well, Texas and Kentucky are just absolute machines, and teams usually don't go into Texas thinking there's a high chance they'll win unless you're A&M. This team coming up on Friday knows they can do it, but other than that, it's so hard to defeat the top two teams. But other than that, I really think Texas A&M has been the biggest surprise and bright spot of this conference.
Texas will face Texas A&M Friday night on the SEC Network. Meanwhile, Oklahoma now 1 point away from evening up this match. Set point Sooners. Quick strike in the middle by Zoe Evans. Shelton was ready. Off the block. And Arkansas stays alive in set number 2, 24-21. Set point number 2 coming up for the Sooners with the Razorbacks serving. It'll be Kiki Remensberger, former Mountain West Freshman of the Year with Boise State, trying to prevent Oklahoma from taking the set. Slammed home by Bush. Heck of a dig by Remensberger. That one off hands, and we are all even at 1 set apiece.
That was such a great dig from Arkansas, but then that second touch just goes flying back to Oklahoma. Arkansas could have won a point if they took advantage of that great dig. That's just sloppy volleyball right there, or decision making going into the third set. Those little things are going to have to be cleaned up for whichever team takes the third.
Oklahoma led by the veterans so far. Alexis Shelton with 11 kills, Imani Bush with 10, both hitting at least. Got a great match going on in Norman, Oklahoma. Extremely close through the first 2 sets. Arkansas took the first one by 3. Sooners responded in the second. How about the performance so far by the freshman for Arkansas, Journey Peppers, hitting a cool 875. Imani Bush, not bad meanwhile for the Sooners with 10 kills and no errors.
And I like what, you know, Aaron Mansfield said after he said that we had to adjust those errors, but by doing that, we're trying to get that tiny touch of the Arkansas block. You can see Oklahoma starting to go for those high hands.
Razorbacks serving to begin set number 3. Again, the last road match they won was a year ago in this arena, October of 2024. A 4-set victory over the Sooners. Trying to repeat history, but it's Oklahoma taking the opening point of the set.
There's that game plan Mansfield just told us about by Gibson, going off the hands of Arkansas, trying to cut their hands, get into the third court.
At the service line, Imani Bush. Alexis Shelton nearly unstoppable tonight.
What a shot by Shelton. Down the line, but almost at the 10-foot line as well. That's how much she can snap. Also getting that tiny touch off the block. It doesn't get better than that swing.
Got the power and the accuracy, the agility. Has it all. Again, that's why she's on the National Player of the Year watch list. As that one blocked out of bounds. Arkansas with their first point here in the third. Serving for the Razorbacks, Parker Duncan. A freshman whose mom, Stephanie Spurk, played volleyball for the Texas Longhorns about 7 years before Jared Elliott arrived in Austin. Dropped in, great pancake. No, it hit the floor.
Right when you think it's down, this ball somehow gets up.
The effort was there from Deani Frega. The point to Arkansas. Shelton comes right back with the answer.
There's some hitters that all you can do is just make sure your hands are set, and for the back row players, that you're in your base. The rest is just in her hands. She's so strong. She can go around you. She's really hard to beat.
And she always makes it look effortless. She makes it seem like she never gets tired, just having fun out there, just a regular day at the gym. We are tied at 3 early on.
That she's a hard worker, but also just that natural talent.
She's up to 13 kills, hitting 500. Shelton reaching for that one. Evans was ready. And once again, the Razorbacks drop it in there.
Great energy for Arkansas. You can see it on their faces. It's that X-Factor energy from this back row attack, dropping right on the line. You think Oklahoma's going to be in their base in the back?
Off the Evans serve. Quick strike by Camille Gibson, the sophomore out of Crossroads, Texas.
Strong swing by Gibson. She has so much power. Peppers was nowhere near closing off the block. That gave Gibson the wide open net with just 2 hands in front of her.
Gibson up to 6 kills, again coming off a career high 13 in each of her last 2 matches. Off the Oklahoma block. Frega, as that one is saved by Bush. Razorbacks again going off the block and out of bounds. Point Arkansas, they go up by 1.
Tough swing by Thurman. Oklahoma thinks they're going to triple block, but at the last second, you can tell that the middle is pulled off.
So far in this set, both teams hitting better than .550. All offense up to this point. Oklahoma ties it up at 5. There is Shelton at the service line. Strong night, 13 kills, 4 digs and a block. Laurendine denied. Arkansas's block stepping up. We talked about Oklahoma's has been one of the best in the SEC, but here come the Razorbacks.
Block number 2 for Journey Peppers. This freshman is tracking the ball with her eyes, and she's patient. Look how she waited to jump, lined up perfectly alongside her right side.
We talk about the length of those middles. Peppers and Evans both at 6'4", and Arkansas extending their lead here in set number 3. Razorbacks hitting 600 right now in the set. Bush trying to answer. There is Maui. Imani Bush on the attack. That one is wide, 8-5.
You can tell Bush was really going for that sharp shot. She's so purposeful with her swing. She knows how to adjust that ball, but what a hard hit.
At the service line, Lakin Laurendine. Arkansas with a couple of aces. Oklahoma going back to Bush.
It's the windup for Bush. She's like a jack-in-the-box, just waiting to be open, completely unleashing. The block is nowhere near touching her, just because she finds a tiny inch way around.
17 double-digit kill matches on the season. For her, the Razorbacks up by 2. Oklahoma makes it 8-7. And neither team has really dominated any set up to this point. Pretty much been neck and neck since the opening moments of this match. Skying for that one was Parker Duncan.
Parker Duncan's hardest swing yet. She's been working on more tools in the toolbox, and Jason Watson said her hitting shots have really come into play that weren't there in August.
A freshman who has nearly 300 kills on the season. Burgess off the block, follows it up. No, Arkansas kept it alive. However, the point goes to Oklahoma. Great reactions by Burgess.
I thought this ball was down on Arkansas' side right there.
Arkansas is challenging that the ball was up. The original call was ball down.
Well, it looks like Jason Watson agrees with you. We have a challenge.
Interesting. I'm excited to see this again because I definitely thought this ball was going down. It might have clipped the hands, but I thought it also hit the floor. Let's look right here. This pancake up. Almost there. There we are. Now let's see it hit the... Oh, that hits the ground to me. Yeah, that's... Yeah, Callum's hand is to the side of the ball.
Upon further review, the original call is going to be confirmed. Ball was down. Arkansas loses the challenge.
So the call stands. Arkansas is down to 1 challenge unless we go to a 5th set where each team gets an additional one. Oklahoma still has both remaining. So it will remain a 1-point set. Jason Watson continues the conversation momentarily. Now ready to resume play. At the service line, Mega. That one off the OU block. There's one of those towering middles for Arkansas, Zoe Evans.
Evans is so physical at the front. When you can set up, she does such a good job getting through the block. She's a really high IQ player.
Remensberger. The attack by Gibson denied. They go back to the sophomore. A great defensive effort by Remensberger. Free ball for Oklahoma. In the middle. The dig deflected out of play. Burgess with the kill.
Good effort from Arkansas, but just too overwhelming of offense from Burgess. This swing, she's following her setter. Her setter, Mega, knows exactly where Burgess wants that ball. You can tell the amount of hours those two have put in the practice gym together.
1-point set, Imani Bush serving. Well, Burgess is taken over right now in the 3rd.
Offense, then defense. Burgess just protecting her side of the net, making sure that even though she was a little early on the block, she still tracked it with her hands perfectly.
She is top 10 in the SEC in blocks, now more than 100 on the season. Evans trying to answer. Mega with the dig. Shelton with the attack, did not touch hands. Point, Arkansas. A crucial 3rd set here in Norman as Parker Duncan serving. Frege. Shelton tools the block.
And like that, the 17-year-old setter, Mega, sees her outside, taking error, then goes back to her, already building that trust with her senior outside as a freshman. That's great decision-making.
Mega coming off 2 40-assist matches, connecting with the veteran Shelton there. Here is freshman to senior one more time. Arkansas was ready. Mega, Shelton. Point, Oklahoma.
Shelton with the jam, basically throwing this ball down the line, but really high. That makes it difficult for the Arkansas middleback to decide at the right time if it's in or out.
And always with a smile on her face, up to 15 kills. That service error number 8 by the Sooners ties it at 12. That was their Achilles heel late in the first set. 8 service errors to go with 3 aces for Oklahoma. Arkansas stepping up defensively. Lauren Dean. Off the Oklahoma block, and it falls. Romani Thurman with the point.
Great energy on both sides of the net. Thurman having this open court. You can see Shelton does everything she can to get to the block in time, but that was just a great decision making by Arkansas setter to find her right side.
Thurman, we haven't talked about her a ton. 9 kills to lead the team, hitting better than 400. Just as we say that, Oklahoma comes right back.
7th kill for Gibson. Does such a good job at making contact as high as possible on the right side. It makes that cut shot across her body look so easy.
Tied again. Here is Harper Hall. Couple of aces so far for Hall. Make it 3. The sophomore stepping up big time from the service line. There is Shelton in Oklahoma back up by 2 as we will take a timeout in Norman. The Sooners trying to take a 2-1 advantage. A pretty good run right now, 3-0 run. They're 6-3 on the year in this gym. Sooners up by 2 out of the break with the masked Avengers watching, but it's Arkansas with the point.
Great swing by Thurman. She's going out right now because Arkansas is running that 6-2 rotation, but clearly made the most of her 3 rotations at the front. Did a great job at continuing to score on the right side, sitting at 10 kills.
Yep, hitting 444 is Thurman. The Arkansas block denying Flack. Olivia News, sophomore out of Salado. Famous father as well as New misses the mark there. Olivia News' dad is a Hollywood stuntman who has doubled for The Rock in some movies. He also played football at BYU. And also trains his daughter and his entire family. Philip New. Watching the attack error right there, but again, Olivia New's dad. There he is. Philip New was a stuntman for The Rock. A double for him in the movie Black Adam. I can certainly see the similarity, Shelby.
Do we think
Arkansas is challenging that there was a touch? The original call is ball out.
Oh no, your analysis got ruined by the challenge.
Okay, starting over. Do we think Philip New has the same sushi cheat days as The Rock? Because those are epic on Instagram. Go check it out if you haven't seen it.
Well, we do, as you heard there a moment ago, have a challenge on there. The initial ruling was no touch. A challenge by Jason Watson. If he loses this, he's out of challenges unless we play 5. Here's another look.
Let's see. Okay. Left hand of the outside. Looks like there might have been a touch. And great job, though, to Oklahoma getting that triple block up. But that makes it more easy for Arkansas to clip hands. When there's more hands, you get more touches. do think, in my guess, there was a touch.
See the official ruling.
Upon further review, there was a touch on the block. Arkansas will get the point, and they will retain their challenge.
Call is reversed. Arkansas gets to keep their one challenge. Well, you know, we apologize to Philip New. We didn't get to go into his stuntman career too much, but it was worth it, Philip, because his daughter's team got the point. Arkansas gets the call reversed, and we are tied at 16. Lakin Laurendine serving. Father is not a stuntman. Laurendine nearly with the ace. Heck of a dig by Alexis Shelton, pushed off the Arkansas block. There's Shelton yet again, but it drops. Point Razorbacks. They have the lead.
Good eye by the Arkansas offense. They see Shelton all over the floor and say, let's get her back on the floor. See at number 12, white jersey is not ready in base. That was a great shot on the outside, just throwing that ball down the line.
Followed by a service error, tied again. Sydney Thompson, senior out of Tulsa, 14 aces here in her last season. Flying in off the block was Parker Duncan. Here is Amani Bush, the dig by Callum and saved by Duncan. Free ball for the Sooners. In the middle, Burgess puts it away. That's why she has one of the best hitting percentages in the country.
Keep finding Burgess. When Oklahoma has good passes, run the offense through the middle because she continues to score. Arkansas still not able to set up a solid block.
Burgess has hit better than 400 in 13 matches this year, but answering 6'4" Journey Peppers.
8 kills for Journey Peppers. More impressively to me, 0 errors. This freshman can do no wrong. Also 3 blocks. She makes it look effortless, her offense and defense.
800, not a bad hitting percentage, especially for a true freshman. Here's Amani Bush, too far.
Only 2 errors for Amani Bush. Only had 1 before that point right there. She's done a great job at staying consistent for her team and also has 2 blocks.
12 ties in this set alone. It's Arkansas with the lead. Avea Mega serving for the Sooners. It's been hot from the service line over the last couple of weeks. Parker Duncan getting it done for Arkansas. They've reached 20.
Duncan does not look like a freshman when she swings. She has so much power and accuracy. I can't wait to see her when she's a senior.
Tapped over the block, but that one just wide.
Effort there, but just not able to stay accurate, trying to avoid the block for Oklahoma. That's a chance that you can take, getting that tool.
Pushed over by Shelton. Again, Frege trying to prevent that one from hitting the floor, but unable to.
Parker Duncan again leading her team in kills with 11. Now a back row attack option as she's serving.
Arkansas up by 1. And a timeout called by the Sooners as we hit the latter stages of set number 3.
points, 23 assists so far, and we're just in the third set. She continues to find Bush on the outside. This connection they have. See how Avea can read when the block is not set. It's not just about finding Bush, it's who's up against Bush. And then Shelton, it doesn't even matter if her hands are against Shelton. She knows if she sets her up high enough, even tight, Shelton can still go down that line. The only addition I would love to see by Mega is, where's those dumps? That's the best part of a 5-1. The setter can jump in front of the 10-foot line. You can get your own points, call your own number. But hey, she's 17, so give her a year or two, even a month. Who knows what she'll be doing then.
Getting better and better with each match. 23 assists so far tonight for the freshman. And this one far from over. Setting up Shelton once again. That one over the Oklahoma block. A little too far over and wide. Tied again.
You know you have a good block when teams continue to miss, because just because Shelton didn't touch the ball, she didn't block it. Like the wind, you see the effects of her block. Arkansas is hitting out because they're avoiding Shelton's hands.
Here's Whitney Wallace serving for the lead. But Arkansas has it.
Good things happen for Thurman when she's not scared of that Shelton block right in front of her. Go for that all-out swing. And she needs to know if she gets blocked, that Parker Duncan's right behind her to get that coverage up and recycle the ball.
Romani Thurman with her dad looking on. Double-digit kills. Arkansas trying to take a 2-1 advantage. But Shelton comes right back, tying it up at 22.
That point just looked mean from Shelton. I know she wants to be mean on the hitting, but the right back for Arkansas didn't even have a chance.
17 kills for the senior, and a really good hitting percentage as well. Here is Harper Hall, who has 3 aces. That one caught tape. Arkansas back the other way, and the Razorbacks get the point. Two away from taking the set, and it'll be Olivia New at the service line, the sophomore. Tense moments late in the third. Shelton. Huge kill by Alexis Shelton.
And right down the line, Shelton just drops her thumb and lifts the pinky, forces that ball with her arm swing to come down on her right side, which makes it land right on the line.
Up to 18. Lauren Dean. Set point on the way for the Sooners. Timeout called by Arkansas late in the third. We'll take the time to let you know that Miracles is our next SEC story, premiering on Thursday, looking back at 2 of the greatest comebacks in SEC history. Different sports, 8 years apart, but so much in common. The Mardi Gras and Bluegrass Miracles, 7 Eastern right here on the SEC Network. And the all-new ESPN app. Again, that is Thursday night. Shelby, all 3 of these sets tonight so far from McCaslin Fieldhouse have been almost identical, as Oklahoma looking for their first home win against Arkansas since 2013. Razorbacks haven't won on the road in general in a year. But when you talk about the 3 sets, I mean, really, neither team has pulled away. They've been neck and neck throughout.
Both Oklahoma and Arkansas just punch for punch right in the mouth. And this is great volleyball. Arkansas is hitting 333. OU's hitting 280. So those errors we were seeing in the first set are fixed. Both these teams are being vicious with their hitting. They're going right for defensive players. Journey Peppers on your screen has yet to make an error. 8 kills for her. Great momentum so far.
Shelton serving for the set. And Oklahoma has taken a 2-1 advantage.
Big set win from Oklahoma. Arkansas fought back so hard, had great hitting, passing, blocking, but Shelton and Bush, the outsides are just too overwhelming for Arkansas, but there's a whole other set left.
Coming down the home stretch in the SEC regular season, this is the 5th to last match for each of these teams. OU 1 set away from taking this one. Shelton with 18 kills. And remember, for Oklahoma, they entered the night just 2 games back of the 8th spot in the conference standings. If you are top 4 entering the All-State SEC tournament, you will get at least 1 bye. The top 4 teams, will get a double bye. The next 4 will get a single bye. All 16 teams in the conference do get in, but again, Oklahoma trying to be in that next 4 category where they will get a first-round bye. Set number 4 underway.
Arkansas is going to have to find energy and even fake it these first few points. They have to make statements to OU with their blocking, their digging. Their digging might be the most important part of this set.
Off the block, fought off by Shelton. That one's wide.
Bush looking like she's probably going for the hands, but really wasn't anywhere near the Arkansas block. Your Arkansas, take that and run. Stay on the service line for 2, 3, 4 points, as many as you can.
There is Gabby Cornier in the match. Sophomore transfer out of Florida. Second on the team in aces. Put away by Burgess.
Burgess, her 6th kill, doing a great job at getting those corners clipped and avoiding Journey Peppers. One of the hardest things to do. Peppers was lined up perfectly with her, but Burgess made that ball shove to the right.
6 kills and 7 blocks for the junior middle. And the ace, the hard way for Oklahoma, their 5th of the night, off the tape.
Oh, the old net ace. There's just nothing you can do about it. One of the most impossible things to get, but if you're the one serving, you gotta love it.
Sooners by 2. Lauren Dean. And it drops. 3-2. Neither team has gone on a huge run through any of the now 3+ sets. Oklahoma back in the second one on a 5-0 run. But it's been pretty close the entire way. Sooners back up by 2.
Good vision by Gibson. She sees how pulled into the middle the Arkansas right back was and goes for that corner. When you're right back, you want your foot close to the line. That's hard to do against a hitter like Gibson because she's so strong, but clearly Camille saw that.
Service error. Back to a 1-point set. That one absolutely slammed home by Camille Gibson, the sophomore.
What a swing by Gibson. She takes her arm and shoves it across her entire body. Look where her arm lands. She goes in front of her hips, making sure that ball cuts not only through the block, but right in front of the right back.
She has been playing some of the best volleyball of her career over the past week and a half. That is service error number 10 for Oklahoma.
Callum right here could be the difference maker for Arkansas. She has been the only one to continuously dig Shelton.
Kept alive is batted at by Imani Bush. That falls on Oklahoma's side, and we are tied at 5.
Sometimes you see teams do too much with that second touch. Usually you want to get the ball to the outside when you're out of system, but don't worry about putting it tight. Just put it high off the net. Your outside will be fine.
Callum serving for the lead. Hit off the block and out of bounds. The kill by Alyssa Flack. These teams trading points early in set number 4. Shelton serving. Tooling the block is Arkansas, tied at 6.
Oklahoma there and set, but the issue were their hands. Arkansas saw that Oklahoma's hands were facing outside, so if you hit into them, the ball's gonna go outside the court.
Remensberger serving. That is a devastating attack by the senior Imani Bush.
Bush going directly for Callum's sternum. Moves her head at the last second, but she's just in the line of fire. Bush just has too much power on the outside.
13 kills for the senior to go with 7 digs. In the middle, back to Evans, go the Razorbacks. That middle duo of Evans and Peppers, they continue to get it done. Tied at 7, Parker Duncan serving. Imani Bush with another key point for the Sooners in this close contest.
Bush is the definition right now of using all the tools in your toolbox. She has cuts, she has tips down the line, she has rolls in the middle. There's just no way you can guess what she's going to do at this point in the match.
14 and 7 for the transfer from Washington. Mega serving. Arkansas tools the block. Neither team able to go on a run in this set.
Thurman sees Bush jump directly up, not really pressing over the net. That's going to cause the ball to roll right in front of Bush, giving Thurman the kill.
Both teams hitting at least 500 here in the 4th set. Gibson off the block. Arkansas grabs a 1-point lead.
Arkansas just grabbing it back, like you said, but really through the block, making sure they're staying patient. Thurman not able to shove it back, but getting a quality touch.
Mega in the middle. The swing is so quick from KJ Burgess. The defenders just don't have enough time to react.
It all started with that 3-option pass from Fraga, allowing Oklahoma to run that fast tempo offense Mega wants to through Burgess.
7 and 7 for the junior. Tapped over the block. Thurman was there. Lauren Dean, no.
Even though we're so close in score, the body language of Oklahoma looks like they're 10 points ahead. They look relaxed. They've clearly taken the pressure and put it off themselves and onto Arkansas.
Certainly feels like they have the momentum. Up to 10 blocks again in SEC play. They're the #1 team in the conference in blocks, but Arkansas responds. And the trend continues. The Sooners up 11-10.
It is all about who can go on a run. So every single server hold on to that ball. 3 points, that's going to completely change the set.
Okay, the score 11-10, Oklahoma. Arkansas, we're tied. Mega trying to save it. Shelton pushes it over. Here's Alexis Shelton off the block. Callum. The intensity picking up here in the fourth.
Maui just chasing this ball set by Callum. Maui was pretty far back in her approach, but she has taken up that much room each step and just unleashes on her swing.
Shelton, 19 kills for the All-American.
Shelton can do no wrong, even against Journey Peppers and Maui. The block looks great, it's set, 4 strong hands, but she still gets the clip of Peppers' outside hand.
Her season high is 25, had that against Missouri. Point goes to the Sooners. Arkansas trying to answer. Tremendous dig by Deani Frega, the junior. But Arkansas, it's Groundhog Day, Shelby.
I honestly thought that ball was down from Frega. That was one of the most insane digs of the day. Journey Peppers on your screen making such an impact, pushing Oklahoma's defense. But yeah, just back and forth.
Shelton took a little something off of it, and that delivers kill number 20 on the night for the senior.
Another mean kill by Shelton. Even I thought she was going for that all-out swing, but look how she stops her hands and just pats the bottom of her palm. The left back completely thinking she was going to swing away.
This is the 22nd match of her career with at least 20 kills, and the dig there to boot. There's Imani Bush. The official took the brunt of that one. Everybody's got to be ready to go with the quick strike from the likes of Alexis Shelton. They're staying on their toes in Norman.
Head on a swivel.
Arkansas serving, tied at 14. And this communication right there, ace Razorbacks, that gives them the lead. We'll take a timeout from McCaslin. 15-14, Arkansas. Welcome back to SEC Volleyball, powered by Sprouts Farmers Market. Ever since the beginning of the third set, neither team has led by more than 2 points. Ever since it was 8-5 Arkansas in the third, it's been a 2-point set or closer. Out of the timeout, Arkansas by 1. Bush off the Arkansas block. And of course, tied again.
15 kills for Bush, 20 for Alexis Shelton. The offense is just completely running through OU's outside right now. Mega does not even need to be secretive about where she's going to set.
Sydney Thompson. This time, Oklahoma was ready for Evans. Up off the Arkansas block. tapped over by Amani Bush.
The left side, the right side, Bush is going everywhere. And with the tip, you can see that at the last second, Zoe Evans decides not to go and block, but that just gives the open net to her.
Amani Bush and Alexis Shelton have combined for 36 kills. Somehow Arkansas saved that point, at least momentarily. But back to Burgess go the Sooners.
It's been such a back and forth set that even a 2-point lead feels tremendous when it comes to momentum.
A timeout called by Arkansas. A 2-point lead by Oklahoma feels gargantuan in a match like this, where 80% of the match has been 2 points or closer. Jason Watson talking strategy for his Arkansas squad that is still looking for road win number 1 on the season, 0-7. Last time they picked up a victory on the road was here at McCaslin. Flashback to October of 2024. In 4 sets, they took down the Sooners. October 6th, to be exact. They currently trail 2 sets to 1, and by 2 points here in the 4th. Shelby, what does Arkansas have to do now to get going?
A good first touch. Jason Watson said that we're usually always a good first contact team, but it's not really been the standard lately. But he said we're a young team and we're going to run out of season before we run out of effort. And we've covered Jason Watson and his team for years. They have been so great, but this is the year of those younger players having to figure things out. And yeah, just trying to get their first win, like you said, of the SEC play.
Watson, a tremendous coach. Again, just 2 years removed from making a regional final. That was the first time that had happened in Arkansas program history. This year, it's a youth movement. Nearly 70% of the team is made up of underclassmen learning on the job here in 2025. They did take the first set. All their wins have come this year when winning set number 1, hoping that trend continues. Meanwhile, for Aaron Mansfield and the Sooners, they're in good shape, up by a set, thanks in large part to the play of that senior Alexis Shelton. 20 kills and 8 digs. Sooners on a 3-0 run. Here is Amani Bush tooling the block.
Just keep finding Bush, going with the Cobra, dropping her pinky, making that ball just scout right off the hands of the right side. Duncan not able to get a quality touch.
Thompson. Arkansas starting to run out of time now. The Sooners trying to pull away late in the 4th.
Even when it's considered an ugly play, Bush is still getting the kill. She's doing it all right now. 18 kills. Just keep finding her at the front.
This feels like a huge lead now for the Sooners. A dig by Shelton. Feel like Arkansas has to answer here. They are unable to. Again, Oklahoma trying to beat the Razorbacks in Norman for the first time since 2013. We will have a challenge.
Arkansas is challenging that there was a touch. The original call is ball out.
At this point, if you're Jason Watson, you figure, why not?
Well, especially this late in the set, Oklahoma now reaching that red zone. You want to make sure that if there's a chance you can get that ball back, absolutely go for the challenge. Now's the time.
Here's another look.
Upon further review, there was a touch by Oklahoma player. Arkansas will win the challenge, and they will retain it.
And that was your look. It was a quick one. Big call by Jason Watson, winning the challenge. The call is reversed. He retains that last challenge. Of course, if we go to another set, each team will get an additional one. Huge call, though. Instead of 2015, it's a 3-point set that Arkansas will have to rally and win to keep this night going. Ronnie Bush, the Arkansas block brings them within 2.
Statement block from Thurman, and blocking right now the best outside for Oklahoma. Bush in this rotation, showing that she's not done with this set.
At the service line, Parker Duncan. Shelton flying in. Did not touch any hands. 1-point set. Timeout Sooners. .30 Arkansas run. Again, when we're looking at these teams trying to move up the standings and get some good seeding with the All-State SEC tournament just a few weeks away, Oklahoma 2 games out of an 8th spot, the potential bye in the first round of the tournament. Arkansas in 16th in the SEC right now, but listen, they're just 1 game out of even moving up to 12th and avoiding some of the top-tier teams entering the All-State SEC tournament, Shelby.
It's so close on the last half of the SEC. I feel like we've just started conference play, and now we're 3 weeks away from the All-State SEC tournament, which hasn't gone for nearly 50 years. But it does get really dicey. Tennessee, Florida, these teams are fighting for that double bye spot, which is going to be huge. And a concern that coaches have said is how tired you are, how much this takes out of you, how taking even 1 or 2 matches off can go so far for you. But to your point, Alex, before the match, we were saying that's how it is in postseason. There's no break. Your season only gets harder and harder. Every single day you get further in December.
Play resumes with Arkansas on a 3-0 run, down by 1. What a dig by the Razorbacks. And we're tied at 19.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Who's gonna get to the red zone first? We have no clue in this 4th set. Love the back and forth battle.
How big was that challenge by Jason Watson? It looked like it was gonna be 2015 Oklahoma. Now we're tied.
Had to go for it.
But the service error makes it 2019 Sooners. Here's Mega. Teams trading service errors at a crucial time in this match.
Oklahoma head coach Aaron Mansfield compared serving in volleyball to tennis, how you absolutely have to go for it. We're trying to get the aces. It's just a fine line with the errors and aces.
In the middle, KJ Burgess wide, and it's the Razorbacks grabbing the lead late in the 4th. A little bit of a celebration on the sidelines as Arkansas feeling it with Zoe Evans, the senior middle serving. Burgess puts it away, tied at 21.
Running the offense through the middle, Burgess continues to beat the block of Peppers. ISO situations, again, great eye by Mega, lining her middle up with a great matchup.
Oklahoma with 5 aces on the night. Lauren Dean denied by the OU block. The Sooners jump back in front.
Burgess lining up perfectly with her outside, making sure that there's forehands. Look at Shelton making her way from the left side all the way to the right side. Aaron Mansfield said our block has come so far with triple blocking.
An absolute leader, and Burgess tying a career high with 9 blocks. Shelton one more time, no. They'll try the other side. And Oklahoma up by 2. Timeout. Led late against Texas, late against Florida in certain sets, even against A&M, and couldn't hang on in those sets. Can they do it here to finish off the victory?
Expect the ball to go to the outside for Oklahoma. Even out of system situations, Arkansas has to have that block ready.
Here's Amani Bush, the senior. And the Razorbacks answer.
14 kills for Thurman. So efficient on the right side. Getting that split open, that's also decision-making from the setter, knowing that her right side will have only Shelton blocking up against her.
Number first to 25, got to win by 2. Match point on the way for Oklahoma. The Sooners feeling it right now. What a night for KJ Burgess, the junior middle. 10 kills, 9 blocks. It will be Whitney Wallace serving for the match. Arkansas, however, is not dead yet.
Perfect roll shot by Lauren Dean. That was all purpose. She saw that left front wide open and rolled it right over, dropping in the front of the court.
Match point number 2 for Oklahoma, with Arkansas serving. Oklahoma just manages to send it over and out of play, and we are tied at 24. Timeout by the Sooners. Again, you have to win the set by 2 points. Aaron Mansfield and Shelby sound like a broken record, but again, this has been the storyline all season long. Can Oklahoma finish a set when leading late?
And Arkansas started out great, looking for their first road win in the SEC. But for the Sooners, yes, it's all about validating that hard work. How can you go on runs? How can you implement the game plan? Which, it's a great volleyball. The first one was a little rocky, some service errors, but this is exactly what you're looking for when it comes to defense and offense.
When you talk about what's at stake, we mentioned postseason positioning for both of these squads, and also Arkansas looking to win on the road for the first time in more than a year. That last win coming early October 2024. Meanwhile, the Sooners haven't beaten the Razorbacks in this arena in more than a decade, 2013. Just look at the facial expressions from these coaches. A stressful night in Norman.
It's really hard showing this graphic, though, of Jason Watson's team, because even just 2 seasons ago, Arkansas was ranked. They were leading. They were top in multiple categories of the SEC. They're just young right now.
Off the Lauren Dean serve. Here comes Shelton. Another match point on the way for Oklahoma.
Give it to Shelton. In clutch situations, she's always going to come through. 21 kills. This player has almost an entire set on her back.
Third match point for the Sooners. That one misses the mark. Oklahoma is claiming they won. Arkansas wants a challenge, saying it was touched.
Arkansas is challenging that the ball was touched. The original call is ball out.
Biggest challenge of the night by Jason Watson.
Parker Duncan going for that deep cross court, and you really do have to call this challenge. It's so close. If there's a chance it was in or touched, you got to go for that green card. Let's look right here. Oh, there really might have been a touch. Looking at the outside coming in right here, it looked like it might have touched the inside.
Upon further review, the call is going to be reversed. The ball was touched. Point Arkansas.
Wow, what
They
a
retained their
call.
challenge.
Jason Watson coming up with 2 huge challenges late in the match. The call's reversed. This one extends the night.
By far the biggest challenge we have seen this year. You absolutely had to call it. This match is way too close to not take the green card. The bench for Arkansas is pumped.
Arkansas with new life, tied at 25. Razorbacks send it over. Here is the All-American Alexis Shelton. It'll be match point number 4 on the way for Oklahoma. And why not take the time, get a little breather, tie the shoes. Shelton, 22 kills and trying to finish off the night with the serve. And there it is! The Sooners finally take down Arkansas.
What a way to end the match. Oklahoma, the star Alexis Shelton getting that ace at the last second. Something Oklahoma struggled in was serving the first set. Head coach Aaron Mansfield said, we're turning those errors around, and you can see how it played out.
Oklahoma takes it 3-1 as they improve to 13-8 on the year, 5-6 in the SEC. That'll do it from Norman, Oklahoma. For Shelby Coppage, I'm Alex Loeb. Thanks for watching. Time for SEC Now.